I want you to stop whatever you are doing right now. Look down at your hands. Or if you're on your phone, picture the keyboard of the laptop sitting on your desk. Now, I want you to extend your index fingers. Reach out and touch the F key. Now touch the J key. Do you feel that? There is a tiny raised plastic ridge on those two specific keys. It's barely a millimeter high. You've probably touched it a million times and never gave it a second thought. Or maybe you thought it was just a manufacturing quirk, a bit of leftover plastic from the factory mold. But here's the surprising truth. That tiny piece of plastic is the only thing stopping the modern global economy from grinding to a halt. It is the invisible anchor that connects your brain to the machine. Today, we're uncovering the hidden engineering behind the F and J mystery, how your muscle memory actually works, and why this tiny bump is the most important design feature you touch every single day. To understand these tiny bumps, we first have to look at the chaos of early communication. Before we had the sleek, silent keyboards of today, we had the dark ages of typing. I'm talking about the mechanical typewriter era of the late 19th century. Back then, typing wasn't a smooth, flowing process. It was a physical battle. The machines were clunky, the keys were heavy, and if you hit two keys too fast, snap, they would jam together. But the biggest problem wasn't the machine, it was the operator. Imagine trying to write an email, but for every single letter, you had to visually scan the entire board, find the key, look down and press it, look up to check your paper, and then look down again. It was the hunt and peck method. It was slow, it was exhausting, and it caused massive neck strain. The world needed speed. Businesses were exploding, and they couldn't afford to have secretaries typing at the speed of a stunned turtle. They needed a way to type without looking. They needed to fly blind. This brings us to the solution. The core explanation for the bumps comes down to 3 logical steps. Step 1 is the invention of home base. To type without looking, what we call touch typing, your needs need a default position, a place where they can rest and reset. This is the home row. When your hands are in this position, your fingers can reach any key on the board without moving your wrists. It's the perfect ergonomic cockpit. But there was a major flaw. If you look away from the keyboard for 1 second to read a document, your hands drift. You lose your place. And without looking down, you have no way to know if your index finger is on the H or the J. This leads to step 2, the tactile anchor. Engineers realized they couldn't force people to keep looking at their hands. That defeats the purpose of touch typing. So they had to make the keyboard speak to your fingertips. Think of it like driving a car. When you need to hit the brakes, you don't look at your feet, right? You just know where the pedal is, relative to your body. That's called proprioception. The bumps on F and J are your reference points. They are the "you are here" star on the map. As long as your index fingers can feel those ridges, your brain instantly calculates the distance to every other key. You don't need eyes, you have geometry. And finally, step 3, the money angle. So if we have voice dictation and touchscreens now, why do we still manufacture billions of physical keyboards with these bumps? Why is it an industry standard that's almost illegal to break? Because speed is currency. In the early 20th century, typing competitions were huge spectator sports. A professional touch typist can hit 120 words per minute. A hunt and peck typist? Maybe 30. Do the math. If you hire 100 employees and they type 4 times faster because they don't have to look at their hands, you are saving thousands of man-hours every year. That's millions of dollars in productivity. These bumps aren't just plastic. They are efficiency tools designed to squeeze every ounce of productivity out of the human worker. They allow you to transcribe your thoughts instantly, without the friction of visual search. So, next time you sit down to work or game or write a comment, Take a second to feel those little ridges under your index fingers. Don't just see them as a weird texture, see them for what they really are, the anchor in the storm of information. They are the only reason you can keep up with the speed of the internet. They are the guide rails that let your brain interface directly with the machine. And honestly, it's pretty cool that your fingers can see better than your eyes can. If this surprised you, or if you immediately looked down to check your own keyboard, hit that like button and subscribe for more hidden stories behind the everyday things you take for granted.